12.4, 12.6. That's getting rusty. Looky here. I'm thinking about putting this key chain as a spacer on a throttle linkage. So that's what's going on here. For the return spring. Installed, and I get a Dusen front end loader key out of the deal. I don't know if this is going to be good at all. I hope. I was just running over Chevelle glass with the rear tires and the cleats, and it didn't break. Working good. $350, 4-bolt main. I had to move the truck. If I move the truck, I could find the nuts and bolts that are underneath the tire. But this is the plan. I got to go and take that plug out of the rear and put a little bit of fluid in there because that's low. It's got a paint match dry shaft. I want to clean up the frame, throw a coat of paint on that, maybe the step van frame. You know that's not happening today. But I put new battery terminals on it. Did good on that one. What the hell's with this thing? Holy cow. Jesus, this seen better days. Got a good steam journey in the back though. Alright, so this is what's going on. We got a small block Chevy that's been sitting in the rain. And we got the big block that's going to replace it. Also sitting in the rain. Almost killed me just there. Big block is going in. This came out nice. I wish all these would. Take the exhaust manifold off, but the first one I tried to do, I broke the stud. No good. Another wiped out temperature sensor. Destroy everything. Maybe oil pressure. This probably got rattled when it came out of the camper through the window that wasn't there. Passenger's door that we created forcefully. So that was fun. I'm thinking I could take a 14 millimeter 6-point deep socket and pound it over this and get it onto there, locked in, and back them off. They almost look individual, like a seam right there. I don't know. I never mess with the big blocks here. What's this? Bracket for the air conditioner that we're not going to have on there? No air conditioner, no power steering, and no power brakes. So no accessories. Oh, those are the ears that somebody used for engine mounts, those two bolts. I was thinking about taking these off and saving these on there because they're going to give me trouble. Who took the plug out? Who the heck took the plug out? Oh, that's not 1/4-inch pipe thread. That's that right there. That's 1/4-inch pipe thread, brass plug. This is the engine mounts. So, all it is a stupid shield, a heat shield that goes on here. And that's what that second bolt is in the stud. Oh, I'll do the same thing that they did with the other one. I'll just get an aluminum intake for a carburetor. And throw it in here. And this thing. This craziness. Nuts and bolts all over the floor. That's what the idea is. Put it in a box van. But I don't think that clutch is going to hold up with a 454. I think I'm going to need a full, was it a 12 or an 11? I had this discussion last time. I forget what the larger one is. But I know just by looking at that that's not the larger one. This was a little 350. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. I could have put the 350 in like 5 different fucking things. The Camaro race car thingy. What else? Oh, K5 Blazers. Different K5 Blazers. 2 of those I got. Black Blazers. Oh boy. Got to get working on this thing again and just put it in there, but I need an engine mount. Oh, that's what I was supposed to get today when I went to AutoZone, Auto Crap, all that junk. A cheap Chevy engine mount. Not that they were going to have it from the 60s, the 50s, 70s. I took all this off. All the bolts out of there. I got to hammer the flex plate off. Put a flywheel on there. Put the bell housing on from this. Oh, the wind got a hold of my pizza. And then I left this open like a moron. But I think it's empty. So I think I'm going to do like a diesel fluid flush with this. Take the cover off. See if anything's damaged. Because it looks like somebody was in there before. With all that glue and that. And then this needs a seal right here. So I'm going to throw a seal in. And then I'll just reinstall this, or I'll just bring the one back I got upstate. It's a 456, 465. Throw that in there. See, I don't see 465 on the side here. I don't see it being a 465. But this is a heavy cast iron bell housing that I don't usually deal with. Different style with those mounts right there for the transmission, I'm saying. Two-wheel drive shit. I've only messed with the side shift two-wheel drive stuff in a 67 GMC with a 3-speed. I don't think it was like this, or maybe it was. But the bolts go in the bottom from the opposite way. These bolts right here. So that's the reason I just slid it right off the input shaft. And I didn't even mess with these. This one's normal, right? Look at all that glue. That's definitely not factory. So what are we looking at on this side? It looks like a battery terminal. It's so big. It's like got a centering mechanism. Or two different sizes, 11/16 and the original 3/4, because it's a 1/2-inch bolt. But the only bad thing about this is it doesn't have the input, or whatever you want to say, for the fuel pump, which I'm not happy about. It's got the motor mount, right? Motor mount. Where's the fuel pump go? There's no spot for the fuel pump. What the heck is that sensor? And again, the plug. This dipstick came out. It's not seated. But I would assume if this is from a motorhome, a Chevy motorhome, that this oil pan would work in a Chevy truck. Or the P10 or P20 van, whatever I got over there, I got for free. Junk removal. Wasting my time with 454s now. Because of junk removal. But this aluminum step van's cool, man. I got it for free. I mean, how could you go wrong? It's so cool. 1970. I love it. $66,000 original miles. And that's it. Yeah. Now here's the things that I'm looking for now, moving the truck. These are going to get lost. The caps for the U-joints. The straps. On-demand water heater. Triple sink. Plug-in power source. 2-phase, I call it. 2 breakers. 2 whatever the fuck. Another sink. Seen better days. Fell to the floor. Mounted on an aluminum bracket. Please wash hands. No smoking. These things are brass. I thought that was cool. The thing sitting up there, that brass lock mechanism, but this is one of the inputs for it. That's the word of the day, by the way, inputs. It's an input for a fire extinguisher. So, came with a lot of stuff. I like it. Somebody made the double doors into the back into quintuplet folding doors, or such a thing. Maybe my wording is wrong. Quad doors. The quad door. Quad doors. Did somebody take a cookie to the inside of that valve cover and clean it? Can you see that? It had sandpaper. Somebody went to town with sandpaper. That's it. We're just putting a 632 big block in this sucker and calling it a day. Just because I don't have fuel pump capabilities manual on this other block. But just causing me trouble. This old style starter. Gonna have to deal with that. That's going to be the downfall, I'm telling you right now. Because that bell housing has to go with the starter. It's just going to be a shit show. I got to count the teeth of this flex plate or this flywheel that came off the 350. Then I got to get a 454 that's got the same amount of teeth on it. So I don't have to mess around, jumping around with a different starter. The one that I came off of it works on this one, is going to work on that one. Then at least I got an upper hand. And the only customization that's going to go on is trying to find out how to get the exhaust manifolds off, because you know they're going to leak from somewhere. And it ain't going in with that on it. And the fuel pump, fuel delivery. Never messed with this too. I got to plug off these two oil cooler lines. Who needs an oil cooler, you know? I got a little bit more clearance. I'll put the longer filter on there. Right? Right. Acorns look like a hat. This thing, spark plug wire boots, shields getting in my way. I don't know what to do. Just leave it? Detach it here? Look, it's loose already. This is what's going on. These are staying. It's too much of a headache. I'll take the intake manifold off now. I gotta get cracking. It's all about ordering the parts at this point. Strip this thing down and rebuild it. This thing really needs to get stripped down. It's destroyed. Bullet holes. It's fucked. Two good tires. I got them at the swap meet for free. Sunday shit. Just going around, find a pile. Look at the tread on that. For free. On the roof of the Jeep Cherokee coming home with ratchet straps. I think I had Army truck tires too. It's crazy. It's a mega cab. It is a mega cab. It's a Gorilla Tape model. It's got the remote doors. So work has to get done over here. We just got to get work done. Any way you slice it. How much junk is in here? Holy cow. What the hell is going on? Oh, it's got a computer in it now. It's got OnStar. Where is it? It really does have OnStar. Look. Is that it? The eye in the corner? Yeah. Yeah. We got a 6.0 hardening there. LS. Same idea. Box van, foldable seat. Bee's nest. Whole bunch of junk. I was supposed to bring up last time. I never did. Parts of the camper that I built and I brought up there already that I got to throw away. And these stupid seats from the camper. Paul's van back there. Oh, man. Just got to clean up in here. I'm thinking about, like, bringing my roll-around toolbox and putting it right there with all my tools in it, right? I'm already giving my 2 shipping containers to the neighbors, guys, because I'm moving out of this yard going upstate permanently. So if I put my toolbox in there, I'm thinking this could just be like a fucking shipping crate to go upstate. You know? I'll bring it up there. I'll throw it on a trailer. It'll be a lot less weight with no engine in it. Or at least too, a lot less tongue weight if you put it on straight. Stick a couple of things in here that are bulky and not that heavy and center them over the axle. It'll work out fine. And put all the parts for it to put it back together in here. I could always throw that 454 in the back of my van, make it a separate load, along with the 350. But I really want to get this done as quick as possible if I'm going to do it. But if we get like an 80-degree day, right? I got a new electric pressure washer, new used, found it in the garbage, right? Doesn't have a hose. I get the hose going, and I get a 200-foot black hose on a hot day. And I run it outside on the ground in the sun. And I do 20-minute intervals. 20 minutes on and 20 minutes off, right? And what'll happen is solar power will heat up the water in the hose, and I'll get like a good a minute or two, whatever it is, you know, of hot water. And I'll just do increments, you know, let it sit, get hot, a little bit of degreaser on there, maybe whatever to cut the grease, and then pressure wash it down. And I'm telling you, this frame, you could already see underneath where the tranny mounts were, it's going to come back all new black painted steel. Factory. Just like the factory. But I got to get there. Got to get another length of hose, really. I mean, I got it, but I want a nice new one. Work like a gentleman. Well, I really don't even need the hose. I just need the pressure washer hose. Because once I connect it, I'll have another 20, 30 feet to get over here. It's not that far away at all. Like 10 feet. And my idea too was, I brought a lot of stuff up there. That's what I'm saying. Every time I'm going upstate, I'm bringing more stuff back. Not so much, but a little bit. But I was thinking about putting 2 tires in the back of the truck that are newer, rubber, changing them on the tire machine. But the tire machine's going to be up there soon. This is going to be up there soon. Everything's going to be up there soon. These don't look that big. They could look a lot worse. They could have been 30, 40 years old. A truck like this that you acquire. But years ago, we found a Dodge one of these. It was 4-wheel drive. It had a rabbit skin interior. And it had a converter in it, old school converter from the 80s or the late 70s, that it was able to, oh, it had the generator. I got the generator, Onan. And look at all these shims. There's like 20 shims in there on both sides. Holy cow. It's like the Triumph. So, it was a custom 4-wheel drive. It had hydraulic steering. It was like, you know, assist. It was crazy. And I wonder if it's still there. Dumped in the fucking Wheaties. That was 4-wheel drive, that truck. That was 4-wheel drive, that truck. This is the best thing in the world. You pull this up, it's got a self-lock mechanism. Done. No power brakes. No power steering. It's got a puny box. Oh my Lord. What is going on here? This is the downfall right there, the whole operation. Look at this power steering box. I mean, manual box. Holy cow. Got this U-joint configuration going on that challenges mine. This is challenging me right now. They think they got it like that, right? 2 U-joints, everything's all cockeyed and working, all solid. Craziness. Look, it looks like somebody cut that out with a torch. Am I right or am I wrong? Look at that line. That's not from the factory either. Who did that and why? So, I thought this was inoperable, but I'm so glad it opens. So I'm going with a theme. Mail truck theme. We're doing both vans next to each other, and then it's getting a piece on it. A filling. Red, white, and blue. Nice. What do they call it? A throw up. Yep. This was the silliest thing. It was like a tin, the aluminum tin, like it's so thin, bracket that went to like the radiator. It was like a gusset. Held the world on its back. But how does it have so many shins on that side in the A-arm that I'm looking at, or whatever that upper control arm is? I don't know any of this two-wheel drive bullshit. But look, there's like 20 in that side, maybe 7 in this side. So that's a little strange. So how many U-joints do I have in mind? Adaptation. Oh my God. What's going on? How are you today? We cold started a Chevy. We could start it back up again. It will be a lukewarm start. 1 U-joint, 2 U-joints, 3 U-joints, 4 U-joints. Thank you. Done. Got him good. That's all I know. Got him good. Grumman. Take that. So this is the GMC cutaway van chassis that I mounted a 1962 International Metro van on, and it's drive-by-wire, right? So I had to extend that just a little bit, and for some reason it's in limp mode. Don't know why. I'm a little unhappy about that. That was just the brake lights, but it's coming back. When I put the computer on, it says that it's got a bad ground for the ABS back there, and then it's saying that what's acting, I should say, like the rear brakes all locked up, giving me a problem. But I still have to do a couple of things. Here's a body mount that we made. Here's a body mount. See that? Pretty diesel right there. You see that piece of steel? Angle, 3-inch angle to 2-inch angle to a plate. You see it's floating? Okay. All right. This right here, you see this? That's recycled parts, all recycled parts. Angle, C-channel, body mount, radiator mount. All fabricated. Fabricobbled. That's fabricobbled but never connected. Power steering line. Hydro boost is connected up here. Look at how remote I had to go. It's underneath there of the fender of this truck. There's a hydro boost and how are you going to put... How are you going to put brake fluid in there? How? Through here? How? Who was the engineer? Who was the engineer? How do you put brake fluid in it? Who does that? I put this one together. Yep. One day, when I drove the original cabin chassis out from underneath it, the radiator cap, right? This is the door that would be for the radiator cap, right? The original radiator, right? The radiator cap caught the bottom of the original radiator support when it was on the lift, and it didn't make it fall off the lift when I rolled the chassis out. It just bent the radiator cap and like caused a little bit of disruption, but it could have made it fall off the lift. Is it shifted a little, or is it just me? I hit the thing with a excavator. These things happen, you know. Cool thing is, right? Windshield wiper on the top on one side and on the bottom on the other. How cool is that? And they're vacuum actuated. And if you get into a pinch, You could be sitting there on the driver's seat and manually, we're getting up here, manually do your windshield wipers from inside the cab. How cool is that, man? You don't even, you could, it's genius. How great is that? The old Pepsi can with the cap on it. So, painted the whole inside battleship gray. Had somebody come in here and help me sand it down. This is voodoo. That's voodoo. So, now I'm getting a little messed up with the voodoo. Right? Which one are we going to pick? We got a whole bunch of 8-tracks back here. 2 milk crates to 8-tracks. The original. I got a lot of airbags. I got to start getting rid of these airbags. I don't want them to just start exploding on me. Like missiles. Can I get out this way? Oh. Holy cow. Expires May 31st, 1985. It's coming up. But another thing I did on here was I had to bypass the heater core or something. I don't know anything about these 6.0s as much as I should. But we put another, that one's quality. That is quality. It's got a rubber bushing isolator, right? Steel, heavy steel, angle, bolt, lock, nut. Sign of quality. I redid the battery tray. See? I welded in this whole battery tray so that the old one doesn't really matter. It's just cosmetic. And that's an isolator right there. Is an old glove for the bottom radiator hose so it doesn't rub. Oh, I did make a midway body mount onto that firewall where this ground is. Like, I don't know anything about this. Look, it's got these stupid connectors for the radiator hose. What the heck? It's a 2011 cutaway van, GMC that I got. Heavy bolts, you see? Original bolt holes, I think, were in there I used. These would have been the original mounts for the van and not being used. And then I made another mid plate in here. Something that I put together. I'm trying to kneel down. So this is the tranny cross member, welded angle to the tranny cross member, and came up to a piece of C channel. See that? And 2 body mounts, bolts going through there. Are those the threaded rod ones? No. This is crazy. There are full railroad ties underneath here. Don't tell anyone. Wood. And I made U-bolts with Kindorf and threaded rod, and I squeezed it together. So the whole back, just like a box van would be, and have a piece of 1x2 above the frame rails to the body mounts, has a 6x6. And I never took the back off, and I shortened the wheelbase. So I got an extra 6 feet, 8 feet hanging off the back, and the fuel tank. So I want to take the fuel tank completely out and put another plastic tank in there instead of that steel one. That's made for the 6.0 as well. It's from a pickup truck. So that's the plan. And I'm sticking to it. I'm trying to stick to it. Right, Charlotte? Oh, man. Well, that worked out good. I got some work done. I got it started. I don't know why it keeps on hiccuping. I don't know. Isn't the choke open all the way with the stick in it? That's what I can't understand. Cool valve covers, got bow ties on them. Chevy hood ain't kinked yet. Gotta get this going. Oh, very happy with it. Oh, that's like self-deleting itself. This throttle return spring. Check the power steering fluid. Right. Down there like that. It's like an inch from the bottom. Should I fill it to the tippity top? Sometimes that matters. Well, if you think about it, it's not like I checked before I started it, so it foamed up for the day already. Whatever happened, happened. I'm a big believer in that. Do what you got to do before you start it initially so you don't move the fluids around first. And another thing I got to do with this is eliminate that. It's a coupling or a union for the brakes. I want to have it all original steel lines. And that's what the plan is. I got to get some other stuff for this too. But it'll probably be upstate before I know it. Just bringing everything upstate. I don't even think I got to put little tires on it, like pizza cutters or anything. To transport it, I think it'll fit on the bed just like this on a flatbed and not be over 13.5. So I just drive it right off. Drive it right up my road. Right up my road. But this thing here needs air in the tires and jack it up and pull it back with the van. It's like I don't have any beater trucks around here anymore. I brought all my beater trucks and work trucks upstate. I would even consider the box van a beater truck after it was built with an 8 lug and a 454 in it. I'll change some stuff up to that thing. But not happy. Oh, I gotta get to work. Create happiness and smile. Peace.